Okay, this is CISS cartridge. Okay, here is a very important thing. When you try to put a cartridge into the printer, you can see when you push it down, normally what we do is recommend, you see this plug, each cartridge there is a plug, right? At the middle of the plug looks like there's a hole there, no real hole though. Okay, normally we just push it down, use two hands, push it down all those 4 plugs and push down real hard. Okay, you hear that, like a click. Sometimes not all the cartridges lock in. So what we do here is, you see, use one hand, keep pressing all the cartridges. One hand, you see, push the tab. You see the tab, push them forward one by one. But you cannot do one thing you cannot do is you cannot do just give a little push, then push the tab real hard to make them snap in. That will not work because actually the tab is flexible. So if the cartridge not lock in, not push down to the end, you still can push this tab down to lock them in because this tab is flexible. But even that, the tab lock in doesn't mean the cartridge is pushed to the end. So we cannot do that backward. We have to push the cartridge down real hard until you might hear 1 or 2 of them lock in already. After that, one hand keep pressing, the other hand push the tab one by one to make them all lock in if they have not locked in yet. Yeah, this is the very important part about this model CISS. Okay, after that we need to set up the support arm. Actually, you see, normally this support arm is put here or put here, which you can see this printer, you know, nowhere we can put it around this area, so we put it here. Okay. All right. So first, when you push down, you don't have to really, attach them firmly, because you know you can adjust the position if it's not in the right position. Okay. You can manually move the cartridge. You can see a little bit too long. When the cartridge moves to the left side, right side is good, and the left side is good too now. Okay. Actually, if once you adjust the tube, if one side is too long, the other side too loose, then you might need to move the support arm. So adjust the support arm position to make them both sides equally. No loose, no tie. Okay, after this, we need to put the air filter on, okay, before we do anything else. You can see on the top of the ink reservoir, there's a 2 tab on top of the ink reservoir. One is bigger, one is smaller. The bigger one is a refill hole. You know, we don't have to do anything now because this is for the refill the CISS. Okay, this is the air hole. Another thing I want to mention, you know, don't put the tank like this. This is the bottom. Okay, it happens sometimes to some customers. Anyway, this make sure this is the top, so you can take the air plug out one by one. Okay, the air plug. Okay, after that you put the air filter on. The air filter have 2 sides. One side you can see is thicker than the other side. We put the thicker side down. Okay. All right. So air filter is good now. Yeah. Okay. So actually we can close the scanner. Oh, actually I do recommend you can close that, fully close that. I do recommend, leave a little bit open. It won't actually hurt anything, your printer, your print head, or anything. So, okay, let's just put the cartridge for now. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to this high, but actually before do that, I want to see if the cartridge can move in freely. So we keep that open. Okay, after replace the ink cartridge, press OK, press start key, start key. Okay, the printer is charging ink. So we just see that, when the cartridge is moving, it's free. So actually that's just double check, because we already manually moved the cartridge. So the tube was good. But now we just double check, make sure the tube is not too long, too loose. Won't jam the cartridge moving. Still charging ink. Okay, another thing, we can do that later, but I just want to show you. You see, this is support arm. It's attached to the printer. So I do recommend just use some tape. Okay. Put some tape there, so we can make it stronger, make that not easy to fall. Okay. All right. The charging ink is down. You can see it's right now it's at the setup menu. Actually, the ink level. If you click the ink level, it will show all the colors full, and then we click OK. And then we go back to the home page. So that means the installation is done. Okay, I would say you don't have to get something this tall, just a little bit something. You even can just fold some paper, put in here. That's where I do it. That's where I do it. So the reason I just let the scanner a little bit open, I just want to give the tube more room when the cartridge is moving back and forth, and that way it also can reduce the noise. The noise is come from this tube hit the bottom of the scanner when the cartridge is moving back and forth, down, down, down. Some kind of noise like that. So if you can lift the scanner a little bit up, and this will help reduce that noise.